what's going on, guys? My name's Dynasty. What I got for y'all today is another Mortal Kombat 11 video. Got for y'all some more news in regards to the MK11 story mode. Also, a small update about the Nintendo Switch. And lastly, some very good news. If you're like me, and you were kind of bummed out when you saw what Cassie Cage looked like inside the behind-the-scenes trailer. So with that said, let's break all of this stuff down, and let's get into it. So first things first, the story mode is going to be kind of like Injustice 2 and give you guys some character choices. Now, what I mean by that will be explained right here by Paulo Garcia, who is currently the advanced designer on MK11. He did do an interview with GameCrate.com. I showcased it in, my video yesterday, and this portion I just completely missed, so apologies for that, but hey, better late than ever. So in this interview, they ask him, what else do you have in mind in the game that's aimed at the solo player? He had just finished talking about the Towers of Time. Now they want to know, what else do solo players, single player experiences can players expect? And his response is, there's stuff in the demo. The first zone, where there's all the single player stuff. There's a fourth option that's all question marks now that we'll be announcing soon. So we still have a lot of big gameplay moments coming for the single player. The story will have new stuff that we've never had. Like, there were some branches that we've had in previous games, and we're trying to expand on that to let players pick their characters where it's possible instead of forcing them to use characters. So there will be some choice involved in the story that will change the outcome. So safe to say, there's probably going to be, just like Injustice 2, without going into spoilers, more than one ending. Maybe a good ending, maybe a bad ending. I'm hoping maybe a neutral-based ending. 3 endings would be insane. Of course, the entire plot for this game is based on decision-making, so to think that our decisions carry a bunch of weight, I want to see how that reflects onto the game's story mode, because just think about it, man. Like, Raiden's choices led us to Mortal Kombat 11. What if we, the players, kind of want to follow the footsteps that Chronicle wants and we go back in time? But then again, it's like, what if we want to be on the quote-unquote right side of history and do what Raiden's doing and trying to, I guess, just kill everybody that's a threat to Earthrealm? So it's crazy to think that we're gonna have some decision making to do, and I'm just really hoping it's more in-depth in comparison to what we saw in Injustice 2. I mean, Injustice 2 was cool, but it was really just a matter of selecting a different character to fight somebody. For instance, say you're about to fight Gorilla Grodd. Who do you want to pick? Do you want to pick Green Arrow or Black Canary? Like, that was as crazy as it got, and it really didn't change the outcome at all in the story. Only time it did was near the ending, when there was the good ending and the bad ending, and that was really the only decision that carried some weight to it, you feel me? So I want to see a lot more than just that. I want to see just how in-depth our decision-making can shape the story of MK11. Just recently, Soul Calibur 6 did something similar to this idea, and I think NetherRealm Studios could definitely pull it off a million times better in this game in comparison to SC6, so obviously this game is not an RPG. I'm not expecting a crazy in-depth amount of choices, but even then, this is NetherRealm. I'm hoping they got a lot of tricks up their sleeve. So yes, story mode for MK11 is shaping up to be pretty kick-ass and jam-packed. I cannot wait to see the story mode trailer for this game, because I'm just so curious the direction NetherRealm wants to go with this. Moving on to the second topic of the video, though, of course, the Nintendo Switch version. Last time we discussed the Nintendo Switch was about 5 or 6 days ago, when retailers overseas were essentially putting a 3-week delay on the release date for the Switch version in comparison to the PC, PS4, and the Xbox One version of the game. And it seems like we now know some more information in general about the Switch, but still not an update about the delays. So is the delay happening? We don't know still. Time will tell. But here's some more news about the MK11 Switch version, courtesy of the guys over at GameRevolution.com. They got a chance to interview, his name is Trevor Traub. He is a producer on Mortal Kombat 11 at this point in time. And this is noteworthy because up until now, nobody at all has talked about the current Switch version up until this interview. So that's the reason why I think this is a big deal. So of course, they asked them, Mortal Kombat hasn't been on a Nintendo platform since Armageddon in 2007. How is the Switch version of MK11 coming along? Now, the response was, I actually really like the Switch build. I like the Joy-Con controller more than I thought. We're trying to reach as many people as we possibly can, so we're going to take that opportunity. Now, from there, they ask, but the opportunity comes at a cost since it isn't as strong as other systems. How do you downgrade without sacrificing its core or frame rate? Now, the response to that was, there are special geometry reductions that happen to make it work on the Switch. The end product is really fantastic. we're actually not developing it in-house. It's being developed by Shiver Studios. They're developing it at the same time as us, so it's sort of a co-development. There's no lead at SKU, so that's kind of a big deal because I don't think it was even made official up until this interview that it was being ported by an outside company called Shiver Studios. Now, maybe I just don't know how to do any research, but I was trying my best to look up Shiver Studios because I'm curious. I want to see their history, their work record, and I really couldn't find anything at all. I think I might have found their website, but even then, I don't even think it is. And apparently, if it is, they worked on games like Madden, FIFA, Call of Duty, and Guitar Hero, so maybe this is a good thing, but outside of this random website I found, I don't really know anything at all about the studio, and that's kind of scaring me now. I don't know. I'm kind of scared, so maybe you guys can find some more information about the Shiver Studios company. Maybe I'm just completely missing the boat here, but I think it might be a new company, and I just don't know their track record. And that kind of worries me. Now, hopefully the port's not bad, because I go back, I look at the history of ports for Mortal Kombat games. The PC version of MKX was a disaster until Q-Loke stepped in. So if this is going to be a disaster again, I'm going to have nightmares, man, because I've been looking so forward to playing Mortal Kombat on my Switch. But of course, we have Trevor Traub, a producer at NetherRealm, saying that the game is playing really well. So that's something to look forward to. I'm taking his word for it. It seems like everything's going as planned. Hopefully I can deal with a later release date. I think a lot of you guys can too, if it means the game's playable and just a lot better versus them just like rushing it out. I'm fine with that. Take all the time you need to make sure the game is going to be running kick-ass on the Switch. So this got me pretty anxious, and I think if you're a Switch player, this probably got you a bit anxious as well. But anyways, moving on to the final topic of the day. Of course, Cassie Cage was shown off for the very first time inside the behind-the-scenes trailer for MK11. And yeah, she does not look like MKX Cassie Cage. Now, people are saying maybe this is like an older version of Cassie, and that could be the case. Then again, I'm thinking it's like they've already said that MK11 takes place right after Mortal Kombat X. I don't think Cassie resembles anything like what she looked like in MKX. This looks like a completely different person. So even if it's like 3, 4, 5 years, that still does not look like Cassie from MKX, and it seems like everybody's concerned, and thankfully, Shot Major on Twitter reached out to John Greenberg, who is in charge of the graphics for Mortal Kombat 11. He works in the studios, and he asked him this right here. Hey John, are we able to confirm now if the game is Unreal Engine 4, and if the MK Reveal build is very recent or an older build? Beautiful game, but some things still look a work in progress, like the character faces. So impressed. Now, the response to that was, Reveal build is the current state of the game. So the build you're seeing in gameplay videos is the most up-to-date one. It's not old, it's right now, current. He says, we're not done, so more stuff is going in, including more tech. And yes, some stuff will inevitably change. There's a ton of stuff that still has been shown as of yet. Then from there, Shot Major said, excellent. Am I right in saying character faces and hair are still going through polishing too? Not that I'm complaining, whatever. Game is a sight to behold. Then from there, the last response you get from John Greenberg is, everything is, to be honest. Characters get polished, revised, tweaked, up until the last second. But the same is true of nearly everything. So if you've been worried that this was like the final product, don't. NetherRealm Studios is known for, I guess, having issues with faces at first and eventually cleaning everything up. Just recently in Justice 2, when we first saw Supergirl, her face was, her face was what Cassie Cage is going through right now. And by the time the game got released in April, she looked amazing. And it's crazy because the faces weren't just even polished, they just looked like completely different people. So that's how much of a difference a few months will make when people are working on character faces and face models. And the same can be said for characters like Aquaman. They did it for Aquaman. They did it for Wonder Woman. A lot of characters back in Injustice 2 got their faces completely redesigned in every other build that we saw. So take a deep breath. I promise you, Cassie's face will probably look better in a few months. I think casually every other month or so, we'll probably see an update of her face, and it'll look better, better, and better, and then eventually it'll look kick-ass. So don't worry too much. It's cool to see John Greenberg coming out and saying like, hey man, everything still needs to be polished, revised, tweaked, and there's still so much that hasn't even been shown off yet. So keep that in mind. As time goes on, it can honestly only get better. Just looking at females we saw in the most recent build. Look at Scarlet. Scarlet looked pretty kick-ass, I think. So there you go. Sonya also looks pretty kick-ass too, so it's not like NetherRealm Studios isn't capable of making female faces look good. They've done it before in Justice 2, even the current build of Scarlet and Sonya, so don't freak out. John Greenberg coming in clutch and letting us know, like, hey guys, things need to be polished and revised and stuff still. But anyways, that is all I got for y'all today. Story mode for MK11 will give us decisions that shape out the outcome of the game. Also, the Switch version apparently is being outsourced and ported by a company called Shiver Studios. And lastly, character models are not set in stone right now. These are just early versions of the characters' faces and models, so don't freak out. Everything still needs to get polished, revised, tweaked. Patience is a virtue, they said. I promise the end result will be pretty kick-ass, guys. But anyways, that is all I got for y'all today, and I'm very curious on your opinions on everything mentioned in this video. Of course, let me know in the comment section below. If you guys read the full interviews, also links below. If you guys did like the video, please take 1 second, drop a like on it, subscribe for some more MK11 content. Until next time, I've been your host, Dynasty. You guys please take care, stay safe, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.
One of the greatest. You deserve more exposure, man, you underrated. To all the Dynasty haters, promise you'll love him later. Y'all gon' react like he did when he seen the trailer. But hold up, let me hit y'all with a twist. Wait, I'm Sub-Zero, the rap game is the Lin Kuei. You see, I've been a fan of Dynasty for years now. GTA, MK, and Justice, I'm still down. Rapper